Hey guys, I actually wasn't gonna do a video this morning because I was like really deep in the feels lately, like super deep in the feels. But I think that's just part of my journey right now because the call of the goddess, Nelly, it's very emotional, it's very chaotic, it's definitely overwhelming, but it's a kind of magic I've never experienced before. The connections I'm sensing on other parallel realities right now, the visions I've been getting, they're beautiful, scary, and emotional. So here, very firstly, this is the one thing I wanted to actually tell my other women out there. If you find yourself like really emotional and you can't figure out why, it could just be that you're needing to feel, okay? And this is really quickly why I want to touch on something that's really irritating me in this society that we live in. And I'm calling it out. Positivity mindset, affirmations and stuff are great, okay? But I'm calling out this whole think happy and you're gonna be happy. Now, it's gonna stunt your spiritual growth because in order to grow, you have to feel. And let's be honest, not all feelings are pretty. Some of them are pretty freaking painful, honestly. Sometimes they look ugly when they come out. Sometimes they can be angry. Sometimes they can be violent even in feeling, not necessarily in action. You control your body, remember that. Well, sometimes. I mean, there is reflexes. I'm not going to say I'm totally innocent. But yeah, so a lot of these people out there who are like talking about manifestation but are neglecting their spiritual side or refusing to connect with their feels, they're going to tell you to just think positive, to be happy, keep the optimism going. But sometimes you have to hit those dark, low places to grow. So don't be afraid of them. And I don't want anyone, okay? And I mean this sincerely. I don't want anyone to feel guilt or shame because they can't be positive today or tomorrow. Or maybe you weren't positive yesterday. That's okay. You're not supposed to be positive every day. That's not how our bodies are neurologically, chemically made. Yes, the whole point is to elevate past that. But I think, the shame, the guilt, the control, we try to, especially, if you're being called by goddess energy, you're going to find that everything stops making sense. Your whole world starts to become chaotic. You don't know if you're coming, if you're going, if you're happy, if you're sad. You don't know if it's, you're really manifesting or if you're just being crazy. But that's what goddess energy starts as. That's the calling, that's the feeling. Because everything inside of you has to be torn down. All of your beliefs about yourself, your limitations, what love is, what love isn't, all of that has to be broken so that the goddesses, or the goddess, the archetypes, anyways, I'm not going to get into that, that's a Bashar thing. But that energy, that divine feminine energy, it's not stable all the time. That's why it's really important for the divine feminine to find their masculine counterpart, because when they're having their moments of deep, deep feels, and it's fucking deep. I mean, last night I was doing the dishes and I had these emotions hit me so hard because I've been spending so much time with these young people around me, and it's been such a gift for me to be able to show them that moms can love without judging you. Moms can love you unconditionally and pick you up and not ask questions why or where you've been or why you are the way you are right now or what's going on. Like, just be happy that you called me and I get to pick you up and keep you safe. I get to make sure that I get you fed and I get you something to drink and make sure that you're home and everything's okay. And I feel really privileged that I get to do that, even if it's just for a moment, because that's something that a lot of these kids have never experienced, because too many women don't have a connection to the goddess energy anymore. Too many women don't know their own power, their own magic, and they've given it away to a patriarchal society. Well, not given it, they've having it stolen away. Now we're giving it away. It was stolen centuries ago, And now we're actually working, being trained, programmed to want to give it away. And this brings me back to this positive mindset movement that we see in a lot of places that have no spiritual background. I don't care how positive you're thinking. If you're not healing, if you're not growing, you ain't gonna manifest shit. True story. It's not gonna be pretty, okay? It's not. I want you guys to think of childbirth. It ain't fucking pretty. I've had 3 of them, and the last one I did completely on my own. It was my doctor actually laughs at me now. She's like, Jess, if you ever get pregnant again, you're gonna sneeze while doing the dishes. It's gonna fall out. but it's because I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I don't have a problem letting my pain consume me for the time it needs to consume me. I mean, pain of childbirth is excruciating, but it's not as painful as not being connected to love. So for me, after my first one, it just was so natural for me to just dive into those feels, dive into that sensation and be like fully immerse myself in it. It was awesome and intense and painful. But then after the pain, after the crying and the snot and the screaming and and you're holding your newborn, the bliss, the elation, the connection, it's magic. So yes, you need to have positive mindsets, but no, you can't fake it to make it, okay? You can't just be like, I'm going to think positive today and I'm going to have a great day. It's not gonna work. If you're not feeling great today, ask yourself, why? Be kind to yourself. How would you treat somebody else? Maybe your best friend or someone you really love, your kid. How would you treat them if they came to you and said, you know what, I'm feeling pretty shitty today? Would you be like, just buck up and pretend you're fine till you feel better? Or would you like, hey man, have a seat, tell me what's up. You want a hug? No? Okay. Can't get you anything? And if they're like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, all right. Just want me to chill, sit here with you? I'd be like, that'd be cool. And you just hang out. Sometimes you just gotta hang out with yourself. Let yourself feel the feels. Let yourself know it's okay, even if you feel crazy or chaotic or emotional or insane. I mean, I have mom rage. Like you wouldn't believe. Even my big ass 100-pound dog is like, mom's mad. I mean, I don't get violent or anything, but I do like, because sometimes you get to the point where your kids are like pushing their limits, and trust me, your kids are gonna push your limits, okay? They're gonna see how far they can take you before you pop. I give fair warning every time. Mama's about to pop. Mama's about to pop. Do you want to go to your bedroom? Because Mama's about to pop. You can either march your butt upstairs right now for a timeout, or I can carry you because I'm about to lose my shit. Fair warning. I always give my kids fair warning, and I always give them a chance to correct their behavior. But why don't we do that with ourselves? Why don't we give ourselves a chance? Why don't we give ourselves time? Right? Why do we always try to insist, right? I love Bashar. Insistence creates resistance. Why do we insist on not feeling our feels? Why are we ashamed of them? Is it something you should be ashamed of? Emotions are magic. Emotions are how our higher selves are connecting to us when we aren't at the level where we can, say, maybe meditate and commune in a different way. Or, not everyone's clairvoyant. Not everyone has the psychic vibrations. I mean, we all have different gifts. We all have different talents. We have all different purposes. And until you explore that, all of that, the ugly, the dark, even things that maybe you think are ick about yourself. If you're not willing to explore it all, you're never going to know what all of you can be. Does that make sense? You're literally limiting yourself by these hopeful, positive mindset crap that people ram down your throat. Don't take it, okay? So I just wanted to share that because I've had a very emotional, thank you, Halloween, or Soan, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's been a really fucking emotional few days for me. But I love it. Hope you guys have a great day.